Now we will create a folder for our second RAC node, RAC2, under virtual machines folder. We'll go to VMware, and for RAC1 we can choose to clone it. We can go to the VM, manage virtual machines, and go to a cloning option. We'll take the current state of virtual machine and create a full clone. Provide a proper name, RAC2. Now the cloning is finished. So our RAC2 machine is also created, which is a copy of RAC1. From RAC1 we can start using a physical drive instead of the image, so I'm changing that option. We'll do the same thing for RAC2. We don't need the ISO image anymore. We'll change it to the physical drive for CD. Now we will start the RAC2 node virtual machine. Once the server comes up, we'll log in into the server as root user. And remember, this is a clone of RAC1, so we need to change some settings. We'll first go to the network tab under administration, system administration. And here we can see there are two Ethernets, ETH1 and ETH0, and also there are two backup devices. Look at the DNS and change the machine name to RAC2. Now we'll go back to the devices, and you can see all four devices are active. We will deactivate ETH1 and ETH0. Now we can delete these backup devices, ETH0.back and ETH1.back. Now we'll modify ETH0 settings, go into edit, and here remember ETH0 is our public IP, and we'll set up the static IP for this. This is for the second node. We'll set up the ETH1, and this is our private interconnect for the second node. So we'll specify a static IP again here for the second node. And now that we completed the settings, we can activate these two devices, which are the Ethernet devices. ETH0 is active. Now we'll go ahead with ETH1 activation. Both our public and private Ethernets are active now. You can close the network configuration and go to the terminal window. Now we are looking at the host file again. Here we'll have to modify the RAC2 settings properly on the host file, that especially for the loopback IP. Everything else looks good here. At this point, we can restart the server to take all the changes into effect.